Hi Gemini. We see here with your astrological cards the ninth house, broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. So I did see travel. Before we get into the tarot, I have here a spread of oracle cards and mixed with tarot. But what is interesting is the Venus planet is very prominent in your read. The part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. So this week, especially with this new moon in Scorpio solar eclipse that is very, very big, very, very strong when it comes to feminine energies and changes and emotional release, letting go, looking at, deep down. The ninth house could be a trigger that's been happening here in a particular relationship. And I see perhaps some of you are thinking about traveling physically, going somewhere, or also awakening spiritually to an expansion of consciousness of perhaps a deeper place within you. Venus has to do with creativity as well, has to do with who you are as a being. What are your own resources? What is valuable? What is valuable within you? And perhaps in the past you have been too centered onto emotional aspects in a relationship, holding on to a particular person. We have here a woman holding a heart and not being able to walk away. Was in reverse with deceit. Now this deceit card came twice. It came also in the other deck, temptation. This is the devil card in the tarot. And we shouldn't be afraid of this card. It's just about all of the attachments, the toxic behaviors within relationships, or perhaps allowing other people to be toxic with ourselves. And so here we saw someone who's been sacrificing a lot, who's been truly feeling stuck in the mud in a particular situation. But this is changing, because from this broken heart we see the goddess of the moon. So this moon today, someone reaching for the moon, a feminine energy very strongly, that is perhaps awakening to her higher being, to the higher force that is available within her, and that can be her strength, her ultimate strength. Perhaps in a very intense relationship, we have the lovers here. There's been transformation, there's been something released, death, and you coming into our major arcana, the Emperor, into your power, into finding out who you are, what it is that you are. And that is backed up by Mercury. Mercury is your own planet, Gemini, and it has to do with how you think, you communicate, you write, you talk, travel as well, small travels. So that is here very significant. Now coming to the Venus energy, you got surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. We have here a couple, so this could be also indulging into the pleasure, into finding more intimacy within a relationship. Perhaps this relationship is transforming, changing, because you yourself are awakening to the abundant being that you are enough. You had the koi fish spirit, there is always enough. And turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So there's a definite transformation taking place here, a transition. And with the flamingo, you have here embrace the in-between. We are feeling like that, in this eclipse season, where between now and in 2 weeks, the lunar eclipse in Taurus, there is this change happening internally. It could be externally as well. But definitely when it comes to your heart, something is changing. And you're asked to really slow down. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature, earth pulsing, finding back your own coming back to your own body, feeling good in your body, and no longer so much perhaps always sacrificing yourself for someone else. You also got door to romance and the heart chakra. So definitely a heart opening is taking place. Know that even if, for some of you, those who resonate, if the situation is heartbreaking, is hard, painful, perhaps it's, things from the past that you're releasing, a door has been opened. We have to sometimes break. Something needs to break, right? So that light can come through. And so those are the pains, the hurts, the aches that need to happen so that we can open even more. You got new beginnings, universe. There's a closing a chapter and a new one starting. And so the Fool here in point 0, which is definitely has to do with, an eclipse, is being able to re-energize, come back to your own energy field so you can be empowered. This reading really has to do with the Emperor. You, if you're feminine, getting into this masculine power, not needing another masculine in your energy to feel that way. And thus, bringing partnerships and alliances here, which is beautiful. It could be a particular person, but also it could be, community, business project, whatever it is, with memories of love. So that could be a strong soulmate energy here happening as well. But this is also coming back to those wounds, from your childhood. So what needs to be broken apart so that it can be actually healed and expanded. Number 33 and 44, by the way, are very significant. You could be finding that there's a waiting game here. You're waiting and waiting and waiting and needing to have more patience than perhaps you feel you have left. But here, you really asked, Gemini, to not walk away from your own heart. Definitely all those toxic behaviors are clearly, here confirmed twice, showing that something needs to be seen when it comes to your heart. Very, very strongly. And that will expand your consciousness. And your consciousness also, as you open up your mind, that will also open your heart as well. Okay? So it's like this exploration of the heart that you're going through here. We do have harmony underneath. Look. So there is something beautiful happening, perhaps in the midst of chaos or, but like they're saying, embrace the in-between. Embrace the change. Let's see what the tarot has to say very quickly. Knight of Sword, communication, Mercury, communication. So somebody rushing and communicating here. But we see someone also trying to get out, to escape. Let's see further. The Emperor. Wow. Aries energy. So very strong masculine here. That is coming abruptly. We have the Tower underneath. Something is crumbling, needs to crumble. Through this communication, something is going to happen that is perhaps going to trigger a change that wasn't expected here. Let me see. Yeah, we had the Eight of Cups walking away in reverse as well again. Let me see. One for Gemini. But the Emperor is someone who is at the top of their game. They are in full power here. Perhaps you feel empowered to speak up now your truth. We have Justice, number 11. Major Arcana, that has to do with balance. So, we have to be careful with perhaps anger this week, aggressive energy, impulsive talk, a sharp tongue, and try to balance feelings of insecurity. We have a Four of Wands in reverse. Let me see. Perhaps you were very much the doer, you know, doing things, talking, being overbearing in your life or on people, and now there's a withdrawing, trying to, from the masculine energy drive, getting into a more allowing, feminine energy, not so controlling, but more rested. Yeah. 10 of Sword. Okay. 4 of Cups in reverse. You know, needing to see the golden opportunity that is offered to you here by the divine. There's something that is not being seen here. Yeah, of course we have the Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups, and 10 of Sword. So it came this way. 10 of Sword in reverse. Not being able to, you know, this is unfinished business, right? It's 10 of Sword, normally is an end for a new beginning. But it's also in the regular deck, tarot deck, you know, 10 swords in the back, right? Feeling completely betrayed. But here, there is a need to, from there, get into the Ace of Cups, which is this heart, this beautiful heart of yours, Gemini, that we've talked about. And the 7 of Cups is your dreams, you know, the opportunities that are coming from there. So knowing that by being able to finish this chapter, close this chapter, it could be a physical one with someone, but it could be also internally, you know, patterns that you've been repeating and repeating. As you allow the heart, it's like seeing your own value, Gemini. It's getting into your own, not always being so concerned about the other, right? The twin that Gemini has to do with a little bit, you know, dual. Here is getting into the one heart. Once you're able to get there, there's all those opportunities available to you and possibilities. But you need to see that. You need to recognize that. Because if you're in the 4 of Cups energy, you won't see it. See, there's a cup being given here, but you're looking at the 3 other cups, looking at the negative perspective. And we see underneath that you have the Hanged Man needing to change your perspective. This is illumination. This is finally being able to walk away from something. 8 of Cups. Walk away from a way of being, a situation, emotional patterns, and seeing clearly in this way, going towards the light. And that could have to do with your self-confidence, 6 of Wands in reverse. Not being afraid to be in the spotlight by yourself, you know, finding the power that lies within you, that is always with you. Once you find that, once you find this whole heart that is yours, then all of this is gonna resolve itself. But you can't be waiting on another person over and over again and sacrificing your own life when your life is passing you by and you're not able to shift, right? One more for Gemini. 10 of Wands. It's the end of a cycle. 10 of Wands. This is exhaustion. This is all the responsibilities, all the sacrifices you've made, right? And needing to take this Ace of Pentacles. It was reverse. Death and rebirth. This is Scorpionic energy. This is definitely needing to put a close into something so that there can be a rebirth. And that you take this opportunity from the divine. It's there in your energy, you know, but you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this opportunity because you're so burdened. Get into the full power of who you are and don't let anyone drain your energy, Gemini. Okay? So I love you. I hope this was helpful. And I will see you next week. Take care.